Hi, I'm Rakesh Roshan and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
It's a huge honor to have one of the finest creative minds in the Indian film industry ever, Mr. Rakesh Roshan. It's a huge pleasure to have you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
And so I'd like to start the interview by telling you something. I interviewed Anubhav Sinha recently.
I see.
And he said that we discussed that what really maybe didn't work in Ravan, and he said that I really need to talk to Rakesh ji because the way he just mixes VFX with that emotional tug that Indians like is something which is like a unique combination that I think only he has. So I need to speak to Rakesh ji. So this entire element that you have, I think, and you keep on reinventing with film after another. How you manage to do that, sir?
It's very simple, that the lesser the traffic you have in your mind, the more you can concentrate.
Right.
So I make one film in 2 years or 3 years time.
Right.
And I take my own time to make a film because I want to hit the bullseye whenever I make a film.
Correct.
So I put in all my efforts to make that film. I'm not into that commercial transactions to make 4 films, 5 films a year.
Right.
I don't do that. If I want, I can do it.
Right.
But I don't do it because I don't chase money. I want money to chase me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And now we'll come to Kaabil because that's the talking point right now, and we are thrilled with the second trailer of Kaabil that has released today. And sir, I'd also like to just speak to you that you've had like you had a long struggle as well, and at the beginning of your career when you started directing films, you were, I think, almost on the verge of bankruptcy as well, and the way your first film worked at the box office, and then it has been like a amazing journey for you. How do you look back at that struggle, sir? How important has that struggle been for you?
You see, what happened was that my father expired when I was 16 years old.
Right.
And as you all know that my father was a great music director, Roshan.
Ji, absolutely.
Who gave fabulous music. And I was in college, in Wadia College, Pune. So I had to come back to Bombay because that was my first year in college.
Right.
I had to leave college in 8 months' time. And I had to be with my family, with my mother and my younger brother, Rakesh Roshan,
Right.
who was 12 at that time.
Okay.
So I had a choice to go to Pune Institute or to become an assistant director here.
Right.
So I joined as an assistant director to Mr. H.S. Harvel. I did Sangharsh with him, starring Luke Kumar and Vajanti Mala.
Right.
And then I joined Mr. Mohan Kumar and I did 2 films with him, Aap Aaye Bahar Aaye and Anjana with Rajendra Kumar, Babita, and the other film was with Sadhna.
Right.
So during that period, I got some offers and I started working as an actor. And as an actor, I used to take just half a step forward. Other actors used to take 5 steps forward. Some of the films did work for me very well as an actor, as a film also. But it didn't take me further. So my life, I was struggling. Then I said, no, let me make a film because our producer makes a film.
Right.
So let me make a film. So I made Aapke Deewane. That did quite well. Then I made Kamchor after that.
Correct, which did well as well.
And it was a huge hit. But I didn't move a foot forward. Jayaprada went ahead of me.
Right.
And so then I decided that maybe it's the director who makes the film. So then I made Khud Garz.
Correct.
And that changed the course. Because God also thought कि तू बेचारा इतनी मेहनत कर रहा है, जा ही नहीं रहा, हट ही नहीं रहा है हमारे इससे. हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ये हट जाए लेकिन नहीं हट रहा है.
Right.
तो then he showered all his blessings. I think so. And he showed me the new path. And from there onwards, I never looked back. Then I met Khun Bari Mang, then I met Kishan Kanhaiya, then I met Karan Arjun, then I met Koila, then I met Kahona Pyar Hai, then Koi Mil Gaya, and then Krrish series.
Correct. Absolutely. All right. Now, so coming to Kaabil, the second trailer has come today, and as I was telling you, it's really amazing because it's very different from the first one because it is far more subtle and the song, I think Rakesh Roshan ji's beautiful melody is something that really enters your heart almost instantly. So what was the idea behind cutting a second trailer and making it so drastically different in a way?
I'll tell you, when I recorded the song, whoever came to my office when I used to make them hear the song, they used to say, "Yaar, ye kya gana banaya purane zamane ka?" क्या बोल लगाया आपने ये चांद प्याला and all that. So I used to keep hearing them. I said, maybe they are right, but my instinct says, oh no, this is going to be a huge hit.
Correct.
And I and Rajesh were very confident. So was Hrithik. Sanjay was 50-50. He said, it looks old, I think, but let's see if it works or not.
Right.
And I used to give him confidence. Don't worry, it's going to work humongously. And it worked. When we launched the trailer,
Right.
the first song, it worked amazingly.
Right.
And now to come with a second trailer is very, very difficult. To cut a second trailer once, when the first trailer has been liked by everybody.
Correct.
And has created a very good impression. The second trailer could have gone wrong way also.
Sure.
So when we started cutting the trailer, I gave them the idea that we should cut it on this song because it'll be a novelty. Otherwise, same dialogues and same action and same things we'll be repeating. That will not work.
Correct.
This will work. So we had a lot of debate with me and Sanjay and Hrithik. They all wanted to have a new cut. I said, no, we have to make a cut on this. And finally, when I cut it and I showed them, they all got convinced. And they said, yes, we'll go ahead with this one. This is very novel.
Right.
And that's how we made this trailer. And hats off to my editors, Ravi Bini and Siddharth, who cuts the trailer.
Good.
He understood what I was trying to say. So he gave in all the emotions in the required trailer,
Right.
with the lines matching the visuals. So it created a very good, very big impact.
Right. So I was reading one of your interviews long time back, and you had said that when you're making a film and when the film is ready and you show it to the distributors and some distributors say कि यहाँ पर एक ये scene होना चाहिए, एक ये गाना यहाँ पर कुछ तरीके का होना चाहिए, it will add like value to it, and somehow making commercial films is definitely not an easy task at all. This, as I mentioned in the beginning, I think I'll come to that once again. I find that very fascinating that you have this I think unique ability that we see in Kaabil trailer as well, that something that appeals to masses in a very nice manner. At the same time, it has aesthetic abilities as well. How difficult it is to just strike the balance in terms of being precise about it.
It's not difficult at all. It's what you feel.
Right.
See, when as a child, when 16 years old, I was watching movies every Friday. Till today, I go to the theaters and watch movies every Friday.
Okay.
My PVR, my five seats are booked. So if you have two friends or three friends, I still don't sell those two seats.
Correct.
So I keep it. It's always booked for me.
Right.
And most 99.9% I see all the movies on the first day, 3 o'clock show.
You do.
And I know the audience pulse, what they like, when they laugh, why they laugh, what they enjoy,
Correct.
how people get up and go. So there are certain films where I see that people don't applaud the film while seeing the film. But when I'm going with them down the lift, they say that what a film it is. My God, what impression it is.
Correct.
So it's a different reaction when you see the film in the theater with the audience. So that has imbibed in me from many years. So when I think of a story, I don't think of putting this thing and that thing and all that. It automatically comes within me.
Absolutely.
So when I make a story, like when he narrated me the story, Sanjay Gupta, of this, that there's a blind boy and a blind girl, they fall in love and this happens, and how a blind man takes revenge. Immediately I said, yes, I will do this one. I'll pick this one. Because I knew that from the core, because it's got an inherent emotions in it. So when I sat on the script with Sanjay for 6 months, I put in all my instincts, whatever I felt. And Sanjay Gupta was so nice that he could grab what I was saying. There was no ego issues, nothing. So sometimes Sanjay would come up with something. Now Sanjay also started thinking from my point of view.
Absolutely.
So we both came on the same page, and then Hrithik joined. So we all three were on the same page throughout the making of the film also. Whenever they could change anything on the sets, they would call me. We are changing this line, is it okay? So sometimes I used to say, it's fine, yes, you can go ahead. Sometimes I would say, no, this will change this line over here. That scene will get an effect on that scene.
Correct.
So they would understand. So we were on the same page every day.
Now, So primarily, what has happened with a protagonist playing a blind character, we've seen like a Sparsh and mostly thought-provoking movies. Now you're having like a full-on commercial film, and you're having fight sequences, and then your protagonist, both the protagonists there, they can't see. Do you feel that it's a risk for people?
No, I don't think so, because I met a lot of blind people, and they are as normal as we are. We have a wrong notion, we have a wrong conception that they're like that, and we have to feel pity on them. It's not like that. They are great musicians, they are great cricketers, they have teams who play cricket.
Correct.
Then there's a business tycoon who's running a big business in Bangalore, who's a blind. So there's no difference. So I'm portraying the characters in the film of Hrithik and Yami like a very normal human being.
Sure.
The only difference is they can't see, but they can see from their heart and from the mind. They can feel everything.
Absolutely.
So they have that God, when they takes away something from you, He adds something else to you.
The dialogues, as we discussed in the first, when you showed us the first promo as well, the dialogue is something that have really been making an impact, and people have started relating to it in a big way. And the latest one as well, that "Aayega na darega to nahi" is something that people have, I think, wonderful moments associated with that. Something about the dialogues. You told that.
Yeah, dialogues. What happens is that whenever I make a script in all my films, I keep the dialogue writers right from the beginning. Suppose if I'm making Krrish 4 now, I'm going to start scripting that. I would like my dialogue writer to be with me all the time.
Correct.
So what happens is that when we are discussing, we come out with some lines which we forget later on when the script is ready. Because it takes a long duration, 6 months to 8 months. And the dialogue writer then gets into the story so much that he knows exactly what movement he's going to do, what is the scene what he wants to convey.
Correct.
So that way the dialogue writer also gets gets involved in the story, in the screenplay, and then he can write it easily. It comes from his heart then.
Right.
So all the dialogues of Kaabil, if you see the whole film, there's very beautifully written dialogues and very simple. And the way Hrithik has enacted,
amazing.
He's just simply saying those dialogues like any common man. He's not saying like a hero that मैं आऊँगा, मैं ये करूँगा. He's not like that. He's just simply saying मैं आऊँगा. अगर आप नहीं कर सकते तो मुझे करना पड़ेगा.
Absolutely. Okay, and I think that dialogue where he's just giving, I think, a tribute to Mr. Bachchan in the latest promo as well, I think is something that has come out very nicely.
It's come out, and we were all surprised when, because Hrithik, whenever I used to keep that shooting, he used to cancel it.
Right.
So I don't know for what reason he used to cancel it. For 6 times we cancelled that shoot. We used to have to book the studio, and Hrithik would say, I'm not coming today, I'm not shooting, I'm not well.
Achha.
So I didn't know. I said, okay, we'll cancel it. No, in this schedule, don't keep that. We'll do something else that day. So he kept pushing the film, that's particular scene.
Right.
So eventually, when the date came that we have completed the film, now we have to shoot that scene. So he came to the set. I was not there on the sets, but I got a phone call from Sanjay that once we started speaking, he spoke exactly like Amitji. And Sanjay Gupta and all were surprised that Amitji has come inside, or what is it? Because he was in a different room and they were sitting in a different room.
Right.
And Sanjay Gupta called me up then and there. My God, it's unbelievable that Hrithik has done this. So then I asked Hrithik, okay, how did you manage it? Well, that's why I was postponing, because I was playing with my vocal cords to change my voice from last 3 months. And he achieved it.
For 3 months he did?
Yes.
My God, he's a perfectionist, there's no doubt about that. So how do you look at this entire Netflix rumor that Netflix is having issues and apparently the source was never found?
No, I don't know, Mike. I have no idea about that because even I read in the papers and I don't think so Netflix would go so low to say anything derogatory.
Right.
They're a big company. What we are nothing in front of them.
Right. Right. I think it's also been found that the source was never traced, that where exactly did the story come from.
I have not gone into it at all because I don't go into controversies. I don't like controversies.
Right.
I'm a filmmaker. My job is to make films, and I make straight from heart. I make my films.
Right. Krrish 4, apparently Hrithik has tweeted as well about just hinting that maybe that Yami Gautam may be part of Krrish 4 as well.
No, we haven't decided anything till the script is not ready. I will not decide on any star cast except Hrithik.
Okay. Yeah. But what different can people expect? Because that is some
that is going to be a completely different story, a very heartwarming, very emotional story of Krrish,
right.
His journey. It's very hair-raising. Because once I told my wife at night, this is the idea I have, and she said, "My God, how do you think of all these things?"
Right.
I said, "No, I don't think, because it's been so long that people are waiting for Krrish." Because when the day of Ganpati, I saw they have dressed Ganpati as Krrish. That means there is such a following. They have faith in Krrish.
Absolutely.
So I have to take it forward.
Right.
So then I started thinking, yes, I should make it, because to make such a film is not easy. It's very difficult.
Absolutely.
The pre-planning has to be so perfect. And when I made Krrish 3 also, I had storyboarded the whole film, animated the whole film for 2.5 hours, and I saw, is it working or no? With all the visual effects in it, everything. It took me 1.5 years to do that.
Right.
But when I went on shooting, I finished it in 4 months, the shoot. Because everybody was clear, this is the scene he wants to shoot.
Absolutely.
This is the shots, this is the visual effects going to come. So we were all prepared.
So you've also pushed the envelope in terms of the VFX, so what different can we see in Krrish 4?
You see what happens in India mostly, people they shoot on green screen and they give it to the VFX people and they say that jaldi kar do, hum picture release hai next Friday ko.
Correct.
Ya 10 din ke baad, 15 din ke baad. So they also do a rush-up job. They are all very capable in India to do good job. I gave them 18 months. My shooting got over in September, and then I released it in next year, Diwali. And prior to that, I gave them some shots. So I gave them exactly 18 months to the Red Chilies to do the special effects.
Right.
So it is what happens is, it's the finish which they can't do at the last moment.
Absolutely.
So if you give them time, they can finish it properly and make it look nice.
Absolutely.
And then to bring him to in your mind. See, I have shot against green screen. So I have to explain to them, I don't need such buildings, I need the plane like this. If the plane is flying high, the building should be smaller, the shadow should be like that. This building shadow should not be on that building.
Sure.
So to make it look real.
Absolutely.
So it takes a lot of time. It's not a rush-up job.
Definitely.
Even here in Kaabil, we have shot some sequences on green screen. I've given them 3 months back. Okay, you all do your work. I don't want any job done which you will say that I'll take it. I will not take such shots.
Absolutely. So we've taken a few questions from fans as well. So let's take a few questions for you. This is the name is Hrithik Inspires from Twitter. So I think the name is not given. What as a director he feels makes Hrithik different from other actors that makes him shine?
Hrithik is a very intense actor.
Right.
And a very sincere and honest actor. And honesty is on his, shows on his face. And that is the biggest plus point of an actor.
Absolutely, definitely. So this is Piyush from Gurgaon. He is having a complaint that, sir, why does this dad-son jodi comes once in a blue moon?
But because we work very hard. I have tried to look out for a right subject for Hrithik.
Right.
So that, and I give him a challenging role.
Right.
Make a movie which challenges me also.
Sure.
So that I can also wake up. Okay, oh my God, I'm going to make this. How will I be able to make it?
Right.
And then that challenge, to overcome that challenge is the most enjoyable part.
Definitely. Okay, this is Hanita from Myanmar. What is the hardest thing being a director?
It's nothing hard in it. It's a very creative job. The most creative job is the director's job.
Sure.
In this to make a film. And the more you are in it, the more you eat and sleep with it, the better film you will make. See, in any film, which is a good film, when you see on the screen, if you don't see the director's heart in the film, you will never like the film.
No, no, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. And I think that's what is so likable about your movies, sir. That almost, as I mentioned in the beginning, the emotional element. ये चाहे वो country की तरफ हो, चाहे वो एक मतलब relationship की तरफ हो, there is that emotional thing that you literally keep the people just ensnared and interested. Because I personally feel no matter how many fantastic VFX you may be having, but if that emotional element, that human element is not there, it doesn't work.
Yeah, they had every story has to have a emotional content.
That is absolutely.
It has to be inherent in the story. You just can't put.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you one example. Am I talking too much?
No, bilkul nahi, sir.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
I'll give you an example. One actor said, "I'm such a fine actor that I can make people cry at any time." I said, "Okay." I opened the first scene of the film that your mother's dead in the film, and you're crying. If you think the audience will cry. He said, no, they won't cry. Well, no. So that's what I'm saying. It's the screenplay of the film. It's how the story moves and how the situation comes. If I don't show the bondage of you and your mother, and if she dies then the audience will cry. You are a good actor. But the screenplay has to help you.
Bilkul, absolutely. Absolutely, sir. So this is Vishal Jalwar from Indore. काबिल बनाने का ख्याल मन में कैसे आया?
काबिल बनाने का ख्याल मुझे संजय गुप्ता, ऋतिक ने मुझे फ़ोन किया कि मैंने एक कहानी सुनी है संजय गुप्ता से और संजय गुप्ता आपसे आप जरा कहानी सुन लीजिए उससे. So he came to me, Sanjay Gupta, and he just narrated me one line, and that on one line I said, okay, I'm doing this film. Because from 3 years I was looking out for stories. I must have heard about 2,000 stories, and I rejected all. I said, I can't make these kind of films. It's not my genre. I want something which can challenge me to make a film. I want a subject where I can challenge Hrithik. Come on, Hrithik, get up, pull up your socks. You have to do this film.
Right.
So that's why.
Sure. So this is Chetan Kumar from Mysore, Karnataka. Ask about Hrithik's next film. Sir, by any chance, is he doing the film opposite Sara by any chance?
I have no idea about that. Some talks are going on, but I don't know as he's finalized because I don't look after that part of his.
Okay. But is there any other film that he's doing before Krrish 4?
I think he has to because Krrish 4 will take 1.5 years, 2 years to start.
Right.
It's not that easy to make that film.
Correct. Absolutely. This is Abhinav from Kolkata. What can we expect from Krrish 4 and when will it be releasing? That I think
I think it will take about 2.5 years to release.
Right.
Because a lot of preparation has to go.
Right. And what can we expect from Krrish 4?
I think it should be better than the previous Krrish. As you've already seen that my second trailer is better than the first trailer. Right. So naturally, my third Krrish will be better than the first two Krrish.
Okay. This is Siddharth from Lucknow. Which song was very difficult to recreate? Sara Zamana or Dil Kya Kare?
Sara Zamana or Dil Kya Kare? No. The most important song to visualize and to shoot was Mon Amour, where Hrithik and Yami are doing tango.
Correct.
They both are blind, and how to make it look real.
Right.
Ahmed Khan and Sanjay and myself and Hrithik, we all sat together and we made that song and how to shoot that song. You know, holding hands, it's very easy to shoot a song, but when you're dancing two blind people, how? It should look very natural. You should convince the audience. And hats off to Sanjay and Ahmed and Hrithik and Yami. They performed so well, and Sanjay and Ahmed Khan, they just created magic in that song.
Sure. And when is it releasing the Mono?
Mono will come on the, I think, 4th or 5th of Jan.
4th or 5th of Jan.
My favorite song is going to come from on the 27th or 28th.
Okay, and which is that?
That is Kuch Din.
Kuch Din.
Yeah, that's my favorite song. I've put it as a caller tune also on my phone.
Oh, great. Kuch Din on 27th of December. This is Hrithikistan. How is he so humble and genius?
I think he has seen my ups and downs.
He's talking about you actually.
Huh? Okay.
How are you so, basically the question is for you.
Okay.
How are you so humble and genius?
Because I have seen a lot ups and downs in this industry. I have seen most of my contemporaries are not there with me today. They either left the line or the line has left them. And I don't think so one should, it's all God which plays
Ji.
I always believe in that it's also always your destiny. You're nobody.
जी बिल्कुल.
So you have to be humble.
No, definitely, I think that's a very likable quality that you have. This is I'm Amit Ribble. The name is not there. He has a request from you that we want to see Hrithik in a negative role like Joker. Please, sir, make a film like that.
Oh, I have a subject which I was planning to make before Kaabil.
With the negative.
With a triple role of Hrithik.
Okay.
Not one role, but triple role.
Okay.
And it was a fantastic story idea. But I couldn't crack the climax. So before that, Kaabil came in, so I started Kaabil. But I'm simultaneously working on that script also, where you will see him as a negative character.
Okay, that's very interesting. And he'll be playing a triple role.
Yes.
Alright, that's like a news break on all the people who are watching Facebook Live right now. So triple role of Hrithik Roshan and
Which I have not planned it yet. But I have to choose now to go with Krrish or with that film. But I most probably will go with Krrish. And that film I can ask somebody, because I couldn't crack the last 20 minutes of the film where the climax takes part.
Correct.
So I took some help from Hollywood writers also, but they couldn't crack it. And I'm trying from here also. Maybe sometimes God will give me some ideas and I'll crack it.
Maybe while taking a shower. That's where you get the ideas. We've seen it recently. Okay, this is Mujahidi. When will we get the songs of Kaabil, the full album?
Full album, I think it should within this week, I think, or within a week we will get it.
Sir, we've also taken a few questions on Facebook. This is Rishikesh Bhatt. Sir, will the second half of movie and method of revenge be logical, or will you portray Hrithik as a usual hero? That's a good question, actually.
No, he's not a usual hero.
Right.
He's a common man, and whatever he does is very simple. And that's the most interesting part of the film, how he takes revenge. So you must see it and judge for yourself.
No, definitely looking forward, sir. Okay, this is Hanita Knits. When are you going to bring Hrithik sir in Myanmar?
He goes always with his children. So maybe sometime he might plan to come there.
And she's also saying for shoot, would like to shoot in Myanmar.
Oh, I say I've not been to that place, so I don't know.
Correct. This is Rahul. Do you feel this is the most challenging role for Hrithik ever?
Yeah, it is one of the most challenging roles, because the most challenging role for him was to play in Koi Mil Gaya, where he played a mentally challenged boy.
Yeah,
and to act with children as a child,
Right.
a grown-up boy, is very, very difficult, because children are natural.
Bilkul.
And to be natural with them, it is on the edge. So that was the most difficult role for him. And then he did a fantastic job in Guzarish also.
He was amazing in that.
Then he did
Dhoom 2.
Dhoom 2, he was a hero in that. So
Yeah.
he looked very nice and very charming. And,
Right.
and then Krrish, to make Krrish, to make the audience believe that he is the superhero of our country.
Right.
It's a very, very tough thing.
Right.
So he went to China for 2 months. He learned all those, how you go from building to building, how they pull you, the wires and all that. He learned all that and came from there.
Right.
And then he did a fabulous job in Jodha Akbar.
He was very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I liked him in Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara also.
Yeah. Yes.
Playing a simple boy.
Right.
It's very difficult to play simple characters sometimes.
Lakshya as well.
Laksh also. He has done in a very short variety of roles,
Ji.
which mostly none of the actors have done up till now.
Correct.
So I'm very proud of him that whatever he takes on, he justifies it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'd like to play rapid fire with you to end the interview. Compared to Hrithik Roshan's previous films, so rapid fire with Mr. Rakesh Roshan, compared to Hrithik Roshan's previous films, where his performance in Kaabil will stand?
I think it's one of the most outstanding performances.
Okay. A thing in Kaabil you think will make it different from every thriller ever seen?
Yes, most intriguing subject, very well shot and very well enacted.
Right. Okay. Hrithik Roshan has been ranked as the most handsome face in India. Who apart from Hrithik you think has the most handsome face from Bollywood?
And there are many actors who have very good faces, and but Hrithik has got an edge on all of them because he's tall, he's well built,
Right.
and he's good looking. And a good looking in the sense, he's good looking. He looks good because he's a good actor.
Sure.
There are so many boys and so many girls you see, they are very beautiful. But when they come on the screen, they don't look nice because they're not good actors. So
And even as human beings, I think it's important to have that vibe.
Yes.
Do you feel that?
Yes.
For any actor to look,
yes.
connect somehow.
Yeah, that is, it comes in within.
Ji.
You can't project that.
Exactly. That has to be
In you.
Ji, bilkul, absolutely. Will Kaabil be Sanjay Gupta's finest work till date, sir?
Yes, of course. Sanjay Gupta will be on a different pedestal after this film.
Okay.
He'll be the most sought after director, and I will tell you one thing. If I had made Kaabil, I wouldn't have made it so well how he has made it. Hats off to him.
Wow, wow. What is your all-time favorite Hrithik Roshan film?
It's very difficult to choose because way Kahuna Pyar also was very good. He played a double role. Then it was Koi Mil Gaya. Then it was Krrish. So it's very difficult for me to choose because in every film he played different characters.
Right. What is your own personal favorite film as a director? Which has been the most?
All my films, because I make one film through 3 years' time and I gave my heart and soul in it. So for me, I can't choose which is but the most difficult film was Koi Mil Gaya.
Koi Mil Gaya.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. And it revived Hrithik in many ways. I still remember at that point of time. He had been going through a bit of a rough patch, and it genuinely revived him in a big way. Both as an actor as well as a
films
star.
didn't work till about after Kahuna Pyar Hai, his 8 films didn't work.
Yeah.
And Koi Mil Gaya was the 9th film.
Correct.
But still, we were not disturbed by the failures because failures I've seen a lot in life.
Absolutely.
So this failure was nothing. I've seen failures for 15 years as an actor.
Right.
So I was very strong within myself, and I made Hrithik also very strong. He's also a very strong boy. He has seen the ups and downs.
Your favorite film of 2016, sir, so far?
See, Sultan was a very good film. Nirja was a very good film. And the one film which I just saw recently was Pink. And I was completely blown off by that film. I messaged Amitji and I said, you are good in every film, but this film has taught me something. I still have to learn much more.
Kya baat hai? Kya baat hai? An actor from Bollywood you would love to cast as a baddie in Krrish 4?
Till the script is not ready, I can't say that because it all depends on the script, how the character develops. Till then, I can't decide.
Sure. Importance of family in Rakesh Roshan's life? Importance of family in Rakesh Roshan's life?
The most important thing. In the house where you're staying, under the shelter, that has to be perfect. If you keep your family happy, you'll be always happy.
If you keep your family happy, you'll always be happy. And that is, I think, the wonderful words to end the interview. It's a huge pleasure to just have you on Bollywood Hungama. Lovely talking to you, conversing with you. And a lot of things that I personally have learned. I'm sure a lot of people who are watching it as well must have learned as well. You'd like to say something to your fans on Facebook before we sign off, sir?
It was nice talking to Faridoon, and I hope you like the interview, and I hope you like my film also, Kaabil. Go and see it. Thank you.
Thank you, episode. That's all we. Thank you. That's all. That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Yeah.